Hey, Chantal, I gotcha. Gonna be about 5 minutes at least. He's going about 100 miles an hour the other way. We'll pick it up in Palmdale. He's right now next to the airport. Yeah. Still going north on the 14. Okay. You do? Perfect. NOC from Alpha. Do you still have me in a... Oh, want me to switch over to Blue Ridge? Copy that. I'm not hearing IFB at the moment. Oh, now I am. Okay, cool. Got it. You do have me. Okay, great. Go ahead, Chantal. Yeah, we can go. We're not quite there yet, but we'll be there in just a couple minutes. He's just leaving Palmdale, entering Lancaster. And Colleen, we're still a few miles out, but here's the long shot as we approach. The pursuit right now is northbound on the 14 near Avenue N as in Nora. And now this is the California Highway Patrol that is in pursuit, and it looks like the driver may actually be exiting the freeway now. So he's just slightly north of Palmdale Airport, but this is a pursuit that actually started closer to the Newhall Santa Clarita area of a robbery suspect, possibly wanted in connection with some sort of robbery that took place at a Walgreens in the Newhall area. The vehicle is a red Kia, believed to have 2 male occupants inside. And originally it was the Santa Clarita Sheriff's Department that was in pursuit, and once it got on the freeway, that is when the California Highway Patrol took over. And in fact, for a time, we thought it was all over because the vehicle had in fact yielded. Officers were making call-outs, and that's when the driver decided he was not going to stop and decided to take off once more, and that's really what initiated this pursuit. So again, possible robbery out of Newhall. Go ahead, Colleen. Yeah, so we're at 20th Street and Westwood Court. So this is going to be in the Lancaster area. This is a residential area for the most part, so perhaps this is an area that this person is familiar with, and that is why he exited off the freeway and is now on residential streets. But again, this started south of us and has been exclusively on the 14 freeway.
Following a robbery suspect pursuit, we have Sky 9 live overhead. We do know this person was wanted for attempted robbery. This all started in the Santa Clarita area. Desmond Shaw live in Sky 9 right now following this pursuit.
Yeah,
Desmond,
hey
what
there,
can you
Chris.
tell us?
I'm having some reception issues here, but I hear you there. We are up in the Antelope Valley. You can see on our map tracker here where we are, west Lancaster Boulevard. This is CHP that is in pursuit of armed robbery suspects. Now, this started with LA County Sheriff's deputies back in the Santa Clarita area. It was a really long following. They wanted to make sure that they got units in place. They were stuck in some heavy traffic. And at first it seemed like this vehicle was going to yield. And then once officers got out, the vehicle took off. And now here we are way up in the high desert. North end of the Antelope Valley, came all the way up on the 14, exited just south of in northern Lancaster. Now we're southbound on 10th Street West. You can see there's a lot of deputies. Hit another spike strip there, but he's out and running. Was that was a passenger? So there were indeed 2 people in this vehicle. We got 1 passenger out there running.
Wow.
The other one is out there with his arms up. So let's follow this one here. I think the other one may be surrendering. So I want to follow this suspect here. It looks like he just ran into this complex. You see the spotlight there from LA County Sheriff's deputies, and just ran into. Well, he's hiding right there on the side of the building. Hopefully, it's just a matter of time. Now, Chris, it was suspected, off and running again, that these people might have been armed and dangerous. But we wanted to follow this one suspect that took off running because it looked like the driver may have been getting ready to give up. The suspect now hiding in this area. Well, here comes the sheriff's deputies
flying
coming
through there, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see how they handle. And here he is. Energy hopping over all of these walls, but so far evading authorities. in this really dark area just off of 10th Street West and New Grove Avenue, Chris and Jasmine.
Okay, yeah, just some patchy reception issues, but yeah, hang in there with us, Des, as we watch the end of this police chase. And now it has become this perimeter being set up to try to find the suspect, if not suspects at this point. Not sure, as Des mentioned, how many actually bailed out of the car, but we saw one suspect just run into this complex. And I'm assuming these are some homes there, not a business district or warehouse. That's what it is. Very dark, so trying to make out exactly where they ran into. But that officer flying down the alley there, again, northern Antelope Valley, exited the 14 freeway, jumped on the southbound 10th Street. I think they were going southbound, and then onto New Grove Street. But this all started, Chris, in Santa Clarita, and here we are.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, talk about a long pursuit. I mean, Santa Clarita from Lancaster, that's about 43 miles. So, I mean, depending on how fast this person was driving, they could be there, 30, 45 minutes. And as we just saw right here, Desmond showing us that one of the passengers did jump out of that vehicle and ran into this area. Unfortunately, it's dark, but we've seen a lot of police work when they're dealing with capturing suspects in the dark, and they're usually pretty good. They're looking from above, they're looking from below, and doing their best to make sure that this suspect is apprehended. As for the driver, I mean, that was kind of good news right there that person pulled over. Hopefully that driver is in custody. But yeah, definitely a frightening situation. Attempted robbery suspect is how this all started, and right now it appears they're probably looking for. Do they have him? Who's that right there? Are those just some bystanders?
Yeah, I'm not sure if those, I think those are deputies, right, Des? I'm not sure if he can hear us.
Chris
yeah, go ahead, Des.
Yeah, Chris and Jasmine, I'll try to cut in here while I can hear you for a second over the static. But here, it looks like you see these are going to be deputies here. This has started with LA County Sheriff's deputies, and then CHP took over the pursuit, but deputies were not very far behind. And you can see them out here right now onto this looks like a couple of big properties. Now look at this, might be the homeowner or the resident that came out here. This was the last location that we saw the suspect that was running. We do understand that the driver came out and surrendered peacefully.
Okay.
He was out on the ground, so we followed the passenger that came sprinting, hopping over some walls and then onto this property right here. Unfortunately, just a lot of places for a suspect to hide. A pretty large property, a lot of stuff on this property, and not very well lit. So kind of frightening here. You have this person coming out, wondering what all the ruckus is about, and probably don't have any idea that you have a potentially armed and dangerous suspect on your property. Again, we're talking about armed robbery suspects that were in that vehicle. So you see deputies now, they came into the area and tried to seal off, but look how big this area is. Now you've got the spotlight. You see more deputies coming in here trying to seal off this area from all angles if possible, but ran from the street right here through this parking lot, hopped this wall. He was hiding behind this building here, and then we saw him sneak through the darkness over this wall. Last location we had the suspect was in this area right here. So once the helicopter lost where the exact location of that suspect, well, they may have found him. Let's see. You see him suddenly running.
Yeah, definitely.
And wait, okay.
Okay.
Here it looks like a homeowner pointing towards the back, or a resident pointing towards the back of their property. So they saw somebody back there. They're going to say, hey, get out of here, let us take over, because this person may be armed. So now we'll see deputies are going to go with weapons drawn to the back of this property. So still a very tense situation for deputies going into a dark area with a potentially armed and dangerous suspect.
Yeah, I mean, talk about frightening, having no idea what this person is capable of doing, especially if this person is armed. I mean, obviously, worst case scenario, they, break into one of those homes and, just basically take over, and then it turns into a hostage situation. But hopefully this person is in the backyard trying to hide, and at this point realizing, hey, there's a lot of authorities out there and I need to give up.
Yeah, give up peacefully
and peacefully, yeah.
Put this to an end. And just looking at, these CHP officers, these deputies with their flashlights and hoping the spotlight from the police helicopter will aid in their search as they move
They're going in on this vehicle right here. It looks like he may be hiding under the car potentially. You can see the guns drawn both sides.
Yeah, from the homeowner pointing out where this person was hiding.
Yeah, we're watching this unfold all at the same time, and you know, it makes you wonder what they're looking for. I mean, obviously, you know, deputies and CHP officers, they need to be careful because who knows what this person is capable of doing.
Or if they're lying in wait, and given, as we've been mentioning, the fact that, you know, this person was armed, is armed, possibly.
Yeah, I think they may have just found him right here, Chris and Jasmine, right here in the corner. It looks like maybe behind a big pile of wood or something like that. But you can see how many, you know, there's vehicles back here. There's like 3 or 4 vehicles that could have been hiding spaces. I think it looks like the suspect was thinking maybe hiding behind this pile of rubble or wood or whatever it was there. Excuse me just one second. But they are going to be taking this person into custody back at the back of this property. So very fortunate, you know, you had deputies out there with weapons dropped, but a tense situation. They are saying that they're detaining him at gunpoint. I think I could see it there. We have to be really high up here for reception, unfortunately. So even when I put the digital zoom in here, you can see it's still a bit of a fuzzy picture, but right there in the corner of the property, looks like they're slapping the handcuffs on and taking, yeah, you can see him up against the wall there, taking the second of the armed robbery suspects into custody.
Well, good. Now we have to find out about the victims, or, you know, exactly if they're okay and what else unfolded prior to this in that armed robbery out of Santa Clarita, or at least that's where the sheriff's department tried to initially stop the car, had it pulled over, and then that's when they took off, ending here as Desmond Shaw live overhead Sky 9 as this search has just come to a close for a pursuit suspect and armed robbery suspects at that. All right, next here at 5, dangerous surf down under.
A driver tries to save a truck from being swept out to sea by powerful waves.
Plus, twins separated at birth by their birthday from the California siblings who were born on a different day, month, and year.
There they are. Assignment desk from Alpha on the 450, because I don't think you'll hear me on the 161. They just took the passenger into custody as well. Cool, will do. And I'll feed back the good part of the pursuit that we missed once I'm closer to home. Yeah, we're good, Sarah, thanks. And then I'll just feed back once we're like in Santa Clarita. I'm gonna feed back the footage, but I'll wait till we're in Santa Clarita, that way it'll be better. I'm Des from Alpha. We're pulling up to the scene in Chatsworth. Hey, Jamie, we're arriving now. So Jamie, I won't push in on it too much, but the bodies are in the middle of the roadway, right at Plummer and Loreline. I think I see a bicycle too. So just on the other side of the fire truck, Saro, I think there might be a bike. Either a bike or a motorcycle. I'll push in on it when I can right now. See, I'm gonna go in real quick. Right there. Oh, there you go, Jamie. It's a bike. Here. Okay, cool. We just have to dodge the bodies, basically. No, we're at a show. But keep coming around. I'll get a clean shot of the bike in case they were on the bike when they were hit. What'd you say? Oh, there. Okay, there's the bike. Yeah, that bike was definitely hit. Cool. Let me get you, like, a shot where I dodge the bodies, Jamie. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, here's another bike. Okay, now this is weird. So, Jamie, both these people may have been on bikes because there's two bikes. So the first bike is the one up against the sidewalk, and this one is still in the crosswalk. Okay, I get that shot of the cop car. Okay, cool. I think we're good, Sarah. And the 7 best from Alpha. We got our B-roll. We're headed home. Oh, man, it's so windy.